Because you already know what they say. You'll only be as successful as the third person that you ate pancakes with on the second day of the month. Who was that person? You only be that successful. We're talking about passive income. But what's the key word in that? Pass. People pass me their money. I passed them a course and I barely passed the third grade. But I'm a millionaire. There's ways to get it. You got to know you're special before anybody else know you're special. I knew I was special right out the womb. I came out the womb, walked right into the bathroom, took a full shower. I didn't need no nurse to wipe me off. I didn't need no hand from no woman, because as soon as you do that, they're going to expect something in return. But that's modern women. I remember one time my mom told me not to go outside. So I'm standing in the window with a Capri Sun watching her get jumped by 6 bullies that was looking for me. Always listen to your parents. I didn't want to betray that trust. And the world is so naive. Y'all thought what we had a couple weeks ago was a solar eclipse. That wasn't nothing but one of the aliens who's playing the simulation that we call life standing in front of the projector. He just stood there for a second just to see what would happen. Solar eclipse. How much did I say I made? Yeah, $57,000. I made that selling shoestring tips on Amazon. There's ways to get it, but you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Peace to the party. It's your homeboy back again with the news. Yeah, and we in Baltimore with it, man. Shout out to B-More. When I seen that dance, me and my youngest daughter, boy, we tried that for about 2 weeks. We finally got it, but I down there sprung my ankle, boy. But you know, I'm from Louisiana. We got them sweet feet too now. You hear me? But let's get to it, man. So I don't know if y'all done heard, but you know your homeboy got you covered. So Baltimore, they got a program that popped back up about dollar homes, right? Literally supposed to be able to for $1 get these homes, but of course there's some stipulations. But we're gonna break down what's really going on, because it's a lot more to this than people think, and it's really not bad. But if you stick around to the end of the video, I got some game from an insider who really has already been invested in the area and gonna help explain this a lot more. So y'all stay tuned, man. We're going to chop it up on this subject. Like always, in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Have y'all heard about this before? What are your thoughts? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? We're going to get to it all. So let's take it to the other side first. Let's hear the update that came out probably about a month ago. No, I'm tripping, about a week ago. And we're going to break it down, and we're going to see what's what. So let's take it over there.
Of vacant houses. It's a common sight in some Baltimore neighborhoods.
And just to see all of the buildings and things that are unoccupied or uninhabitable that are just sitting there. And it just, you know, it just hurts to know that those people could be living in those.
Felicia Taylor is one person considering taking part in the Buy Into Be More fixed pricing program. The program sells city-owned vacant homes for just $1. Taylor's also a realtor and has many clients who are interested too.
I have one young lady that would like to buy them and renovate them and either resell them or rent them out. I have some clients that would like to buy them and live in them.
Taylor was one of more than 150 people who attended a webinar on the program Thursday to get more information. The properties are first available from now until the end of June to Baltimore City residents who intend on using them as a primary residence and can provide proof of funding for the rehabilitation, at least $90,000.
All vacant sales must be for redevelopment for residential or mixed use that includes residential or green space. So this program is not for commercial properties. It's only for residential properties at this point in time.
In July, the program opens to all interested parties, but everyone has to submit an application and be approved. Taylor says the program is perfect for first-time home buyers. She is excited to apply. She thinks it will change Baltimore City for the better.
It's like, let's get in these neighborhoods and fix these properties up and get people in there, families, first-time buyers, people that deserve a home. Let's get them in there.
There's another webinar scheduled for April 24th, or for more information, you can find a link on our website, WBALTV.com. Reporting live in Northwest Baltimore, Kim Dacey, WBAL TV 11 News.
So fam, y'all tell me what y'all think. Have y'all heard about this? It was funny when the sister who was speaking, she was saying this is a way for us to revitalize these communities, because basically the whole purpose of the program is for houses that's been sitting up for commercial and residential, but they focusing on residential. All right. So they saying that if these properties have been sitting up, there's been no interest from the public, then we need to go ahead and do something with it. So, hey, look, you got to pay $1 to get into the property, but there are certain stipulations that come with it. It's basically you got to renovate it. You ain't just about to invest and own a property now for $1 and then keep it in perpetuity and you don't improve on the land. You feel me? So that's basically what they're getting at. If you improve upon the value and either you stay there or you do whatever after the fact, then they with that. So if you understand real estate, there's some game in that. But first off, we trying to even figure out, have y'all even heard about it? All right. So come to find out, this is not a Baltimore thing, right? This is a program that's around by the government that really enables almost any government to do it. But I'm just your homeboy with the news. Y'all ain't got to take my word. We're going to go pull it up. We read over here. So give me a second. I'm going to pull this up on screen 3 and we're going to get to it. Hold on. Yeah, because I'm telling you, this is why you got to go do your due diligence. I know right now it's a lot of people selling courses and it in turn people off from wanting to invest. But just because somebody may have, first off, you got to do your own due diligence. We got to stop looking for saviors, people who going to hold your hand. You got to go do some of your own research. And along that path, you're going to meet the right people. But like I say, when we get to that game toward the end of this video, you'll see what I mean. So let's go pull up this article real quick. Well, not an article, excuse me. We going directly to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. All right, so hold on. Let me make this so y'all can see. So this is what the program is about. So you see where we at. We on their website. So it says about dollar homes. It said HUD's Dollar Homes Initiative helps local governments to foster housing opportunities for low to moderate income families and address specific community needs by offering them the opportunity to purchase qualified HUD-owned homes for $1 each. Dollar homes are single-family homes that are acquired by the Federal Housing Administration, which is part of HUD, as a result of foreclosure actions. Single-family properties are made available through the program whenever FHA is unable to sell the homes for 6 months. By selling vacant homes with a current market value of $25,000 or less for $1 after 6 months on the market. HUD makes it possible for communities to fix up the homes and put them to good use at a considerable savings. The newly occupied homes can then act as catalysts for neighborhood revitalization, attracting new residents and businesses to an area. Local governments can partner with local nonprofit home ownership organizations or tap into existing local programs to resell the homes to low to moderate income residents of the community. Now, listen to me. This is a play. Now, every time something come around, we got folks telling us how something ain't good, something ain't possible, and the people that's telling this ain't never done this before. Meanwhile, it's people that don't look like us who see these same opportunities. They come take advantage quick. In the places that our people are already at, it makes sense to at least for us to want to do this shit first, because based on what I just read to you, this is a government thing, meaning this should be happening in every city, right? But they control how it's done because there are programs in your city. I know one in Macon, Georgia that my wife was a part of, which was really some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you straight up, because the people who was in charge of this so-called non-profit organization, man, they was taking advantage of the people, and they was putting their own folks on to get these high dollar properties. They knew how to get the funding, but we're gonna get to all that in a second, man. But we gotta stay vigilant to this. There's one thing they ain't making no more of is this land. And so if you own the land or the assets that improve upon that land, you're gonna always be able to do something with it as long as you do it the right way, right? That's with any business. But this one is something that we need to be involved in. You see what's going on with the immigrant crisis, housing through the roof right now. If you want to secure yours for the next couple of generations, we got to be playing the long game, fam. So, hey, check it out. I'm going to show you this has been going on in other cities. And most times it has not been successful for whatever reason. I ain't here to judge. I'm just reporting on the news. But let's go take it over here to Newark, bro. Let's take it over here to Newark.
$1. So how does it work, and is it too late to get one? Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon with the details.
It almost sounds too good to be true. Buy a home for less than a cup of coffee or a pack of gum. But that is exactly what you can do in New Jersey's largest city.
What you see today is miraculous. You got a 3-family home being sold to somebody for $1.
Newark Mayor Ras Baraka is helping spearhead a home revitalization program in which abandoned, vacant, and seized properties are being sold directly to city residents.
So those properties which used to go to the developers or stay vacant, what they're doing now is just selling them to home buyers, Newark residents, for $1.
Bruce Marks is the founder and CEO of NACA, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. The nonprofit is working with the city, offering low-interest loans to anyone who purchases the dollar homes. The money from the loans can be used to renovate the property or completely rebuild.
Home ownership is very important, especially nowadays. Rent is very expensive. You'll probably pay more for rent now than you do for your mortgage.
The dollar homes are available to people who have lived in Newark for at least 5 years or city residents who have been displaced by gentrification. People like Youssef and Adum, who came to Newark from West Africa nearly 2 decades ago.
If I had a home, probably I'm close to finishing my mortgage. So all these years, 19 years, paying more rent, it's like I'm throwing money out of the window.
Youssef was one of the hundreds of people who took the NACA seminar and entered the housing lottery. There will be 4 more days for people to sign up, as the event will continue through the weekend at the Robert Treat Hotel.
I want to own my house and live in it and leave something for my children.
Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Hey, no disrespect to that boy Yusuf, but you see the foreigners come here, they thinking about their generations, they thinking about their legacy, taking advantage of this program. The people who from these communities, we should be doing it first and foremost, because we the ones who had people suffer here. You feel me? So why not be invested in making it better, right? These programs exist, but the information ain't trickling down. And then when it is, you see what I'm saying? The reaction behind it isn't positive. It normally is met with some bullshit, but the whole time it is people who gonna take advantage. And guess what? If it ain't us, it's gonna be somebody who probably don't got the community best benefit in mind. They probably gonna come put a liquor store, build another club right there or something. Instead of this could be a big old daycare, a youth center, you feel me? A health facility, something that the people could get behind, because all you do is start doing a couple. Next thing you know, you done got a whole block. But you know, I'm just a homeboy with the news. But what I'm telling you is that what happened in Newark, they had one in St. Louis. I think they said they only sold 4 houses, bro. They had hundreds of homes available, only 4 sold. And then I think Gary, Indiana was another place. So y'all go do your homework. The dollar program is a government program. This is why you see it in multiple cities. It's not an awesome politician who thought of this. It's something that's available, but the governments in your city and state have to decide on how this is going to get done, because it said local government. So it's not bound to the state level. So that means your city, if you got all these neighborhoods, what they call blight, that's run down and ain't nobody invested in them, this is a way to make a play. But look, we're going to get to the game, because we done told you the problem. Here go a little solution for the people who buy nation building. You looking at it from an autonomous perspective. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to play this quick commercial. We're going to come back and get to this sister with the game, because I'm telling you, it's literally $1 million worth of game. No cap. So I'm gonna be right back with y'all.
Niggas the top 5 lister, double S drifter, separate sipping, and you know I came with it if she cute with it.
Yeah.
So
Yo.
Yeah. We back to it, y'all. All right, so appreciate y'all sticking with it. Now let's get to this game. So it's a sister out there, Charm City Buyers on IG. But go check out. She boots on the ground. Shout out to Back for His Mind. So she out here in the city doing the real estate. So she was one of the first people I seen touching on this. So let's get to what she's saying. Let's let her talk. We're gonna get back to it.
Let's talk about it. So there's a lot to cover. So I want you to know we're going to cover this in a few different parts over the next few days. First, we're going to lay the groundwork. So the Dollar House program was originally a program in the 1980s. It came back up in 2021 as a proposal by City Council President Nick Mosby for bringing back this Dollar House program. Some of you should remember that I said if this happened, it would come as an initiative that would fall under vacancy to value, which is now known as buy-into Baltimore, which is buying property directly from the city that is vacant. What Mayor Brandon Scott proposed and Board of Estimates approved is to have this fixed pricing program, which really streamlines the process to be able to buy property from Baltimore City at a fixed amount based on who you are and what you're doing with the property. In Baltimore, let's keep talking about it. So the fixed pricing program is all about making it more efficient for properties that the city owns and controls into the hands of people to get them renovated and done, because the goal is to eradicate vacancies over the next 10 years. This program is not just about dollar houses. It is about creating a fixed pricing model for anyone who's looking to buy property from the city directly. There are qualifications for who can get properties for what amount. The dollar houses are for people who are buying the property to live in for at least the next 5 years and will renovate the property within 12 months, or community land trusts. Nonprofit developers can get vacant buildings for $1,000 and for-profit can bid $3,000 for property. And there's a similar setup for vacant land because there's plenty of that here as well. But there's an order of operations and a process that you have to know about, and we'll talk about that in the next section.
Paperwork. Gotta have your paperwork game right. Did you hear what they said about the community land trust? Hey, I'm just your homeboy, but we giving you some game. Shout out to the sister, Charm City Buyers. Y'all go check out on IG, man. But let her keep going. She got way more. Hold on.
Baltimore, or the fixed pricing program, continued. Now, we covered these fixed pricing programs are for homeowners who are buying property to live in, community land trusts, nonprofits, and for-profit developers. Let's start with those who can get the house for $1. Homeowners and community land trusts. So with all the development that's coming and underway in Baltimore, one of the very high priorities is to retain legacy residents, and to build home ownership. We want people to buy into Baltimore, literally. So starting April 1st, people who want to buy property from the city to live in for at least the next 5 years and are prepared to start renovations so that your property is completed within 12 months, you can start bidding on properties by April 1st. Sounds simple, right? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Because what she getting at is you have to understand real estate in some capacity to be able to do this, because the property you are getting, it's a reason why you can get it for $1. However, if you know how to approve upon it, which doesn't have to always come out of your pocket, the actual property and the land it sit on is the asset. So if you know what you're doing, there's a way to get funding. And she gonna break this down some more. So this the game. So you don't gotta have a $90,000 in your pocket. If your credit decent, you got a job, you know how you could use that house as leverage, then it's a way that you can make a play. But you just not gonna strike it rich unless you gonna put some more skin in the game besides just $1. This is what she getting at. But I'm gonna keep letting her cook.
Okay, so applications are currently being accepted for those who are looking to get a house for $1 because they are living in the property or they're a community land trust. Here's some quick requirements for everybody, regardless of when it's time for you to apply as even an investor or a nonprofit when that's time. Number one, this is a 90-day program. That means get in where you fit in, because when it's done, it's done. Number two, just because a house is $1, $1,000, $3,000, I don't care how many $1,000, these are vacant properties, which means renovations can easily get above $200,000 depending on what you're buying. Which brings me to number three, the $90,000 requirement that you need beyond just purchasing the property. Now, this isn't the city being greedy or being ridiculous or whatever else I've seen in the comments. This is about having the funding to not just buy the property, but do the renovation. We're not trying to continue vacant properties in Baltimore. We're trying to get them from vacant to being helpful to the city.
And what she getting at is no purpose of us selling this to you for $1 and you're not going to put no other money in it, because there's no property you about to buy who's ready to be is livable day one. You get what I'm saying? So the people having a knock with it saying, oh, why they want you to have 90 bands is because they know that's what it's going to take minimum for most of these houses to be even past code and inspection. Everything has a process. So there's really an opportunity when you know what you're doing. Some of y'all may have heard about the opportunity zones. It just so happened that opportunity zones are in the same areas that this program is talking about. So people was introducing different avenues for us to be more autonomous, but we really fell asleep at the wheel because the people who are so-called leaders ain't really talking about this here. But hey, she got some more. So she breaking down, she about to break down the end of the program. There's phases, right? You got your initial phase for the people who actually want to live in it. You got the phase for the nonprofits, and you got the phase for your investors. Now, obviously, they want to do it in that order because if the investors started first, they're gonna sew everything up. It's only a 3-month program. It just started April 1st, right? So let's keep listening.
$90,000 requirement, it does not mean necessarily cash in the bank. It can mean a pre-approval from something like a 203K, a NACA loan, because they do that, hard money, investor loans, whatever.
Now, I hope y'all heard what she said. I'm going to play this one more time. Make sure you hear what she's saying now.
When it comes to that $90,000 requirement, it does not mean necessarily cash in the bank. It can mean a pre-approval from something like a 203K, a NACA loan, because they do that, hard money, investor loans, whatever.
I'm just your homeboy, but I suggest you look this up and pay attention. Go to your local. If you're looking to get into real estate investing, they got what they call RIA meetings, Real Estate Investor Association. But they got them in every city, every state. The bigger your city, the more of them there are. You can go to most of these for free and meet with actual real estate investors who they may be on a small time level, couple houses a year, but that's the people you can get in with and start learning if you're brand new, right? You don't got to depend on somebody's course. However, I'm not against buying information. It just got to be from reputable people. All right, so she got a one more video we gonna get to her. I want you to. So she describing some of the fallout because all she try to do is provide some game, and it's crazy how this work in our community. But let's let her keep cooking real quick.
Less than 10% of the vacants here in Baltimore City. But those properties are available through a fixed pricing program. New limitations. One of them includes where those properties are actually located. So let's talk about where these properties are. So here is a map of Baltimore City. And here, for the most part, is where the properties that the city owns, where they can be around the city in order to qualify for this program. Now, this might not be pretty, but basically it is areas E through J in the housing typology for Baltimore City, aka the Black Butterfly. Here's a peek of what's actually available that the city has in these areas that you are able to bid on.
So she got a map. She's showing you, doing her due diligence, showing you these areas. I'm not familiar with I don't know what the Black Butterfly is. I'm not but she putting down this her area. So obviously they picking certain areas. These are the areas where there's a lot of Black people. And like I said, this is a local initiative. So any local government can do this. It don't matter what city and state that you are in. This is what the HUD program offers. So we need to be asking more questions like, okay, how come every city don't have this program? That's what I want to know. But she came with one more trying to enlighten y'all. So once again, shout out to Charm City Buyers. I'm gonna let her get her spiel out. So if y'all want to go support her, go check it out.
Logic to selling a house for $1, $10, or $100,000 that is vacant, has been vacant for decades, to someone who has no method, no financial means, no ability in that way to complete a renovation on that property. Like, I don't know why people think this is like $1 house giveaway. No, the house has to be renovated.
It's just that simple, man. So this ain't no, this is basically the equivalent of I'm giving you the opportunity to fish for yourself. Because if you understand the game, you pick the right property, right? You know how to get financed because you got decent credit, you got some income, you understand how to leverage the property. You can use this to get your first investment, or you can still make it an investment if you choose in the so-called live in it. There's ways around it. That's why you need to go to the meetings I'm telling you about, real meetings. But if you about nation building, if you about trying to improve on the community, it would only make sense for people to collaborate and take advantage of these programs. And if these programs don't exist in your area, we need to be asking why. And then the ones that do exist, find out what they doing the money. Because I bet y'all, for those of y'all who think that it's not in your area, I bet you it is. You just don't know about it because they don't promote it. And that's done on purpose because they putting their own people on game and letting them get the properties. I seen it firsthand right here in Georgia. I'm not bullshitting. You see what I'm saying? It's real. And these same areas get big investments years later that if you had the properties in those areas, it would have took off. It would have took off because right there up the road, the west side of Macon, anybody that know about Macon, it's a Black area. They had a big mall that was real famous. If you know about Georgia, you come through Macon, it was a real popping mall. Now they done built an amphitheater through there. So anybody who would have owned real estate in this area that was a so-called bad area, now you looking like a genius. So I'm just saying that's just one example, but this is happening all over because they're not just hitting the major cities. They moving down to the mid-major cities too. But I'm just your homeboy reporting on the news. Came to bring y'all a little game with the news today because this is what we do over here at the Autonomous Party. So, hey, look, tell me what you think about this program, man. Are you for it? Are you against it? Is it a way we gonna fight back against gentrification? Is it a way for you to secure your legacy? I don't know. I got my feelings about it, but I think any group, any individual should be looking into this. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you feel about it. But that's my time for the day, y'all. Like always, y'all keep it positive. Y'all keep it pushing. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
This is all the love I had. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, Gave all the love I had. One motherfucking 3, nigga. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, Can't get it. This is all the